Lineup for yesterday by Ogden Ash. A is for Alex, the great Alexander. More goose eggs he pitched than a popular gander. B is for Bresnahan, back of the plate. The Cubs were his love and McGraw his hate. C is for Cobb, who grew spikes not corn, and made all the basemen wish they weren't born. D is for Dean, the grammatical diz. When they asked who's the tops, said correctly I is. E is for Evers, his jaw in advance, never afraid to tinker with chance. F is for Fordham, and Frankie and Fish. I wish he were back with the Giants, I wish. G is for Gehrig, the pride of the stadium. His record pure gold, his courage pure radium. H is for Hornsby. When pitching to Raj, the pitcher would pitch, then the pitcher would dodge. I is for me, not a hard-hitting man, but an outstanding all-time, incurable fan. J is for Johnson, the big train in his prime, was so fast he could throw 3 strikes at a time. K is for Keeler, as fresh as green paint, the fastest and mostest to hit where they ain't. L is for LaHoy, whom Clevelanders love, Napoleon himself with glue in his glove. M is for Matty, who carried a charm in the form of an extra brain in his arm. N is for Newsom, Bobo's favorite Ken. You ask how he's here, he talked himself in. O is for Ott, of the restless right foot. When he leaned on the pellet stay put. P is for Plank, the arm of the A's. When he tangled with Matty, games lasted for days. Q is for Don Quixote, Cornelius Mack. Neither Yankees nor years can halt his attack. R is for Ruth, to tell you the truth. There's no more to be said, just R is for Ruth. S is for Speaker, swift center field tender. When the ball saw him coming, it yelled I surrender. T is for Terry, the giant from Memphis, whose 400 average you can't overemphasize. U would be Ubel if Carl wore a Cockney, but we say Hubble in baseball like football in Rockney. V is for Vance, the Dodgers' very own Dazzy. None of his rivals could throw as fast as he. W, Wagner, the bow-legged beauty, short, close to all traffic with Honus on duty. X is the first of 2 X's in Fox, who was right behind Ruth with his powerful socks. Y is for Young, the magnificent sigh. People battled against him, but I never knew why. Z is for Zenith, the summit of fame. These men are up there. These men are the game. Lineup for yesterday, Ogden Ash, January 1949, Sport Magazine.
Armchair.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone. Ground
ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's inside. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-1 lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the front of the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime. This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. Oliver Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my life here. Down it! I love them. Good seats, huh? You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing
We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy? He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
Can you predict what will come in 100 years? Or in 10? Or in the next minute? Some people think they can. Nuclear scientists, mathematicians, astronomers, biologists. Because they see beyond the known dimensions of time and space.
Hey, baseball fans, Mac McGee here for the BCR. Make sure to subscribe and become a member today. All offseason, we have a jam-packed schedule to keep you entertained and informed during the MLB offseason. Weekly shows like MLB Today, and for you country club members, Braves Country Today, going over the world of baseball, how it affects all teams, including the Atlanta Braves. Once Upon a Pastime series, Thursday nights, we'll take a deep dive on the history of this great game. And on Friday nights, Braves Country Theater, we're going to turn back the clock and bring you historic games from the past. We'll bring you a game from yesteryear. That's Braves Country Radio, the BCR. Coming this spring, a jam-packed loaded spring training schedule, wall-to-wall coverage of Major League Baseball, pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the Atlanta Braves, and our out-of-town doubleheaders. American League, National League, we'll see you there for the classic call of the great game of baseball.
Armchair.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Welcome to October, boys and girls, here on Braves Country Radio. You're listening live as we march closer to crowning a champion for 2025. I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get ready for what should be a great day in Major League Baseball. We'll go over the lineups as the game goes on. Make sure to like and subscribe and become a member today. Jump in the chat. Tell us where you hail from, as roll call is on the way. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Major League Baseball. Here are your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing center field for the Seattle Mariners, it's Julio Rodriguez. On the 2025 season, 32 home runs, 95 RBI, 30 stolen bases, batting .267. Batting second, playing behind home plate, the hind catcher, Cal Raleigh. 60 home runs, 125 RBI, 14 stolen bases, batting .247. Batting third, playing first, Josh Naylor. 20 home runs, 92 RBI, 30 stolen bases, batting .295. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Jorge Polanco. 26 home runs, 78 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .265. Randy Arozarena is in left field and batting fifth. A .238 average on the year with 76 RBI, 27 home runs, and 31 stolen bases. Batting sixth, at the hot corner, it's Eugenio Suarez. 49 home runs, 118 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .228. J.P. Crawford batting seventh and playing short. He's got 12 home runs, 58 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .265. Luis Rivas is batting eighth and at second. 2 home runs, 9 RBI, 6 stolen bases, and 90 at-bats, a .244 clip. And Victor Robles is back in the lineup and in right field. He'll be batting ninth. A .245 average, 1 home run, 9 RBI, 6 stolen bases. On the mound for the Seattle Mariners, it's George Kirby. He's 0-1 with a 7.07 ERA here in the postseason and a 1.43 whip. 14 innings, 17 hits allowed, 18 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 4 home runs served. In his career versus the Toronto Blue Jays, in 3 starts, he's 0-1 with a 6.28 ERA. He'll be going head-to-head with Shane Bieber, who's 1-0 in this postseason with a 4.15 ERA, a 1.27 whip. 8 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, 9 hits, 2 walks, 1 home run served. In his career versus Seattle, he's 2-1 with a 2.35 ERA through 5 starts. Backing up Bieber in the bottom of the first inning, leading off the designated hitter, it's George Springer. 32 home runs, 84 RBI, 18 stolen bases, batting .309. Nathan Lukes batting second and in left field, 12 home runs, 65 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .255. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is batting third and at first. He has 23 home runs, 84 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .292. And Alejandro Kirk is behind home plate. He's got 15 home runs on the year, 76 RBI, 1 stolen base, a .282 average. Dalton Varsho is batting fifth and patrolling center field. He has a .238 average, 20 home runs, 55 RBI, 2 bags swiped. Ernie Clement is at the hot corner and batting sixth. 9 home runs, 50 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .277. Addison Barger is in right field and batting seventh. He has 21 home runs and a .243 average. 74 ribbies to go with that and 4 stolen bases. IKF is batting eighth and playing second. He's got a .262 average, 2 home runs, 40 RBI, 15 stolen bases. And Andres Jimenez is batting ninth and at the shortstop position. 7 home runs, 35 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .210. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Quinn Walcott. Your first base umpire, Doug Eddings. Second base will be manned by Ben May. And down the third base line, it's Alfonso Marquez. Your left field umpire deep in the corner is Marvin Hudson. And tucked into right, it's DJ Rayburn. First pitch is slated for 8:10 tonight as they keep bouncing around. All of the World Series starts have been announced. They say 8 o'clock. Don't buy it. It'll be somewhere shortly after 8 o'clock. That's what they do every year, or at least since we've been covering it since 2021. The Toronto Blue Jays are minus 126 on the money line. Seattle plus 116. The over-under is 8. American Rebel Beer keys to the game tonight. Well, obviously you're going to look for the starting pitching to kind of set the tone. George Kirby has not been good against these Toronto Blue Jays. Shane Bieber, has pitched well, and we just saw it the other night. Can George Kirby step up? And if not, how quick do they go to the pen? Kirby's got elite stuff. There's no reason why he can't go out there and throw 4 or 5 great innings. I expect both managers to want the very most out of their starters unless they are absolutely dealing to go 2 times through the lineup, and then it'll be up to the bullpen. Outside of that, our pick to click on the Toronto Blue Jays side, looking at these numbers and just knowing how he's been swinging the bat, we'll take Vladdy again. He's 5 for 12 lifetime against George Kirby with the home run. Keep an eye on George Springer. He's 4 for 11 with the home run. He's had some pretty good at-bats. On the Seattle side, the man with the best numbers against Shane Bieber is Jorge Polanco and J.P. Crawford. We're going to go with an unsung hero type. This guy's just due, and he's 0 for 10 lifetime against Bieber. But Randy Arozarena at some point has got to show up. We'll take Randy to rock and roll, and I think Victor Robles will get a hit or two. They will definitely welcome his good defense back into the fray, as Canzoni just didn't get it done at the stick, at the plate, so you might as well put your best glove out there.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
All right, who do we have here on roll call? Jump into the chat if you haven't done this before. I see Tree Nug, Country Club member. Liz, good to see you. John K., good to see you. John, we will have the World Series for you, bud. So I know you're a Dodger fan. You're probably more pulling for one side or the other tonight because you think you have a better chance of winning, but we'll see you on Friday as well. Uncle Charlie Fritz, Iron Lung, all in the club. Who else do we have in here? Gary the Real McCoy. He's in the Country Club. Cody Turner in the club. I think I already said Iron Lung in the club, but if not, good to see you, Iron. Always love to give you a hard time. I don't expect to see Iron much tonight. There's a doubleheader on football, so we all know he's going to be dipping out over there. B.A. Baracus, Brian, good to see you. Your Bama boys are looking good, Brian. And if y'all win it, we'll be able to claim half the title. So that's you know where I'm pulling for. Royal Pita in the club. James Fisher King. Paul Smith. Sirius, good to see you. See if we got anybody else. Sometimes I scroll over because I'm going pretty quickly. Brian, 16 months a member. How time flies when you're filling up your cup. See if we got anybody else. Dion, good to see you, prime time. Peta, 17 months. Daniel Berry. John K. I think I've gotten most of y'all. If I missed anybody, jump in the chat and we'll holler out at you when we return. We're going to take a real quick break and then get you set. 'Cause I can't ever trust that they're going to get this started right at the time they say they are. Sometimes a few minutes before, sometimes it's a few minutes after. All right. We'll be back in a flash. Pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Major League Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Good evening, friends and family. Who's ready for a hell of a Game 7? I know I am. Seattle wearing their road blues tops and gray pants, blue piping with green outline down the side, the green cap or green bill on their cap, blue ball cap, and the Seattle Mariner logo that's blue, green, and silver. Toronto Blue Jays wearing their home whites top to bottom, blue ball cap with the Toronto Blue Jays logo. Blue Jay with the, I guess that's a maple leaf on the side of it. I think it's one of the, never had a win, lose, or draw about the Blue Jays, but I always thought that was one of the best logos in all of sport. We're getting set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. I like the Mariners' old school logo. That's why we have it as the emoji for the Country Club members. I like their old school logo that was more about the trident. But I might be in the minority on that one.
2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate?
You're in Braves country.
Getting set here for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. Game 7. This thing we called the American League pennant, punching their ticket to the World Series. It'll be the first time in 32 years for the Blue Jays. And of course, as I'm sure most of y'all know, it would be the first time ever for the Seattle Mariners. I don't know if that's true, Willis. You get a 7-game series, funny things can happen. I think anybody can beat anybody in a 7-game series. It's probably more likely for them to be upset in a shorter series, but weird things can happen, especially when you see, it's the old argument we were having the other day, right? Rust versus rest. Dodgers will have not played a game for an entire week, whereas whoever wins this game will continue to sharpen their irons. But on paper, they'll be a huge, huge favorite. Couple of minutes here before first pitch. So what the hell? Let's go ahead and get it going early.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
So everybody's snacking on tonight as we get ready for first pitch. This is your first time in. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we'll put it on the screen. It can jostle around sometimes, so trying not to get you all dizzy and stuff. By the way, speaking of stroking out, I had myself a day trying to figure out how the hell I was going to bring you this game, because the sports app that brings it to us was crashed out for 6 hours. And so I'm running around trying to get rabbit ears and everything together, and no one's saying that the game's going to be on the rabbit ears. Finally figured out that there was a way I could do it, but thankfully it finally kicked in about 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago. And hopefully it stays with us. They're still having issues on the mainframe. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. And just as I say that, wouldn't you know, it logs me out, but we're back in. Shane Bieber will go to work first. What you can expect from him. See, they're showing me that the 3D may already be in. Let me see if it will kick in for us. Sometimes it's a tease and it just kind of goes kablurp. Well, what do you know? We got it. Let's bring it onto the screen for you. Shane Bieber, you'll see a four-seam fastball, a slider, a knuckle curve, a changeup, and a cutter. He used to throw a sinker, but hasn't since his injury. The four-seam you'll see 36% of the time, slider 20, and the curve 19. Those are the three main that he does lean on, but the cut at 12%, you can't really just set it aside. Left to right across the outfield for the Blue Jays, it's Nathan Lukes, Varsho, and Barger, just as it was the several nights before. Around the horn, left to right, Clement, Jimenez, IKF, and Vladdy. Kirk is behind the plate, and of course Bieber on the bump. Julio Rodriguez is stepping in, and the first pitch on the way. Yes, sir, it is baseball time in October, and the first pitch is down and in. It's 1-0. 1-0, chop foul, 1-1. Usually takes us about a half inning for it to pair up, so bear with us. As the 1-0 is smoked down the left field line, that ball's going to get hit into the corner, and Julio Rodriguez has himself a leadoff double, and the Mariners are on the go. Hard hit ball down the line. 1 on, nobody out. First pitch. Misses for a ball way outside wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Slider. 84 miles an hour for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Put the action cam on for you so you can see what's going on. Bieber turns around and fires it to first, and Julio was leaning a little bit, but he got back just in time. We'll do it again, 1-1. 1-1. Bieber comes set and brings it. Ball is fouled down the first base line. It's 1-2. Just creeped down the first base line. Vladdy grabs it just before it hits his glove. 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Pitch is just down and way outside. 2-2. The 2-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Runner at second. Julio Rodriguez with good speed. And the infield is back and to the right. Outfield deep, straight away. The 2-2. Julio leaning in. And Bieber brings it. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 3-2. So a full count. The payoff pitch. Swing! Hammers it down the line, foul. That ball went into the corner, rattled around. We'll do it again. Standing on deck is Naylor. In the hole is Polanco. Rodriguez is at second. With a full count, and there's nobody out. Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. So that'll bring Josh Naylor to the plate. A big out there for Shane Bieber. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way to Naylor is up high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Comes set, kicks and fires. Up, he's going to spin around there and head towards second base again. Rodriguez definitely has his attention. 1 on, 1 out. Runner in scoring position. And here's the pitch. Swing, rips it down the first base line, foul. 1-1. One. Naylor stepping out of the box for a second. Seems like we're waiting on something. Naylor looks a little ticked off. So a 1-1 count. Infield back and to the right. Bieber looking over his shoulder. And here's the pitch. High and outside, wide, 1-1. Or 2-1, excuse me. He's gone four-seam cutter and changeup. The 2-1. Misses. High and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-1. That one was the changeup once again. 3-1 count. Standing on deck is Jorge Polanco, the designated hitter. The 3-1 swing. That ball's hammered into right field, down for a base hit. Goes through under the glove of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The throw comes home, and he is safe, and the Seattle Mariners have taken a 1-run lead. Hard hit ball. Worm burner on the carpet. Vladdy laid out, just could not get to it in time. And Seattle takes a 1-0 lead. That hasn't seemed to really matter in this series, the team that scores first. We've seen a lot of early leads get blown. So Seattle knows they got to keep the hammer going. First pitch is a four-seam fastball to Polanco. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down and away. 1. So a 1-1 count. Runner at first. The pitch on the way. High and out of the zone. Change up. Ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1. Bieber taking his time once again. A little surprised he hasn't been hit with the delay. I know he's an old pitcher, so he's not used to this pitch clock. But he's really milking every second. The 2-1 brings it upstairs. High strike, changeup. That'll even the count up at 2-2. The 2-2 count. One on, one out. The 2-2. Brings it in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-2. Slider. They don't have a pitch clock anywhere in sight, but he's got to be taking longer than the normal because he is. I mean, either that or he's getting right to the last second. Full count, runner at first. Flips it over real quick to keep the runner by. Close by. They tossed it over there, and I'll tell you what, Naylor was almost caught with his hand in the cookie jar. The payoff pitch swung on, chopped over towards... Oh, the ball goes off the head of Naylor. Nailed him in the head. Let's see what they call here. He was out on the force play. Good Lord, that ball ricocheted off his dome. Wow. Throw was being made by Clement. He cut in front of... Oh, wait a minute. Naylor did jump. So he might get called for this. He jumped and leaped. You can't blame a guy for trying, but we'll see how they call this. Because Clement's raising his hands like, what the hell is that? Bieber saying the same thing. I thought it was just a bad throw. I didn't see it at first. Because at first I didn't get a chance to see his head turn on the play. The umpires are talking it over. Well, they do that. Everybody else standing on the field. I mean, he's out, so in theory it's interference. But you've never seen this in the postseason, to my knowledge. Remember, years before, I started watching baseball in the late 70s, early 80s, years before, there were no helmets, so no one was even thinking about doing that. You know what this reminds me of? If anyone remembers when A-Rod in his big Hamburglar hands, or was it Hamburglar? Was it Hamburger Helper hands, smacked the ball out of the first baseman's glove running down, I think it was the ALCS. I know it was Yankees-Red Sox. I think they're going to call him out. Alfonso Marquez, yeah, that's going to be it. They're going to call him out for interference. I kind of figured that's what it was going to be, but I've never seen it happen in the postseason. Only happened one other time that I can remember doing a game. We'll be back in a flash. The Mariners do get the lead. Would have been a double play. I guess in theory it doesn't matter. Naylor's getting to explain the rules while he's standing there on the bench.
I don't know which problem is, but I have a feeling it's really hard to pronounce.
Go back to that last inning, ninth inning. What are the emotions like entering that inning?
Well, emotions are go in, win. I heard a fan offer free Dippin' Dots if I blew it, which the price of Dippin' Dots with inflation is just unreal. So for a brief moment, I was like, damn, Dippin' Dots sound good. But also I thought in the back of my head, we win today, we win tomorrow, or tonight. We're going to be here another day. That's more per diem. So that means I can buy my own Dippin' Dots.
Who are you? I'm you 10 minutes from now. Damn it, you are handsome. I was just thinking the same. We are sexy, yeah!
I think Stengel is the most interesting man, except for Ruth, who ever appeared in baseball. Unfortunately, his myth has become that of the clown, the man who talked Stengelese, double talk. He knew more about the game than anyone I ever talked to. He was the smartest man. I think he had tremendous basic intelligence. Not much education. He barely got through high school. But he had this intuitive intelligence. He would look at things, and he would see things, and he would sense things. And sometimes the things came out. He's a man who said, there's a time in every man's life, and I've had plenty of them. And that's a marvelous expression that says it.
And his distinctive way with language gave rise to a new word, Stengelese. All right, he once said, everybody line up alphabetically according to your height. I made up my mind, but I made it up both ways. Most people my age are dead at the present time.
Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. George Kirby going to the bump. Kirby, four-seamer, slider, single, knuckle curve, a splitter, and a changeup, so he's a kitchen sinker. Throws that four-seamer of the most of any of it 29% of the time. Standing into the box is George Springer, left to right across the outfield for the Mariners. Rosarena, Julio, and Robles. And we are just about set. Here's the first pitch, high and inside. 98 miles an hour. Misses. Springer. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. High and inside once again. 2-0. 2-0 count. Fouled back, 2-1. Right there. Fouls that one back, 2-2. So he's gone 4 consecutive sinkers to start off the at-bat. 2 for balls inside, 2 fouled back. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Fouls it away. 2-2. Mariners 1, Blue Jays nothing. We're just getting going here. The 2-2. Brings it. Rips and fires. Down and away, ball 3, 3-2. So a full count. The 3-2 misses, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to start the game. We got runners. Runner at first, nobody out. And Nathan Luke's the batter. Luke's first pitch, down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Strike right down the pipe. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. Swing! That ball is hit. Into left field, drifting over. Making the catch, F7 in your scorecard. 1 away. 1 on, 1 out, and that'll bring Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to the plate. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. First pitch, right there for a strike. Sinker, up high. It's 0-1. Vladdy batting .408 on the year. The 0-1. Upstairs, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Digging in. Kicks and fires. Swing! That ball's chopped through the infield. It's going to break through the 5-6 hole, and that's going to be a single for Guerrero. And runners at first and second with 1 away. So 2 on, just 1 out. Springer to second, Vladdy at first. And Captain Kirk, Alejandro Kirk, coming to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Ball bounces away from the plate, but runners stay put. It's 1-0. As Cal comes out to the mound. Seen this quite a bit in the postseason. A lot of mound visits. They've thrown that rule away where you could only have X amount of mound visits. It went down to 5 this year. But you'll notice that rule does not exist in the postseason. Thank you, Tree Nug. I think we're starting to get the video and audio lined up. I'm having a hell of a time. They supposedly fixed their technology today. Not the 3D, but the actual game, but it has not been fixed. 1-0 count. As Kirk stands in, pitch down and away, ball 2-0. So a 2-0. Kicks and fires. 98 miles an hour. Two-one count, runner at first and second. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Winds up. Misses high and inside. Ball 3-1. So Kirby, much of the same. Struggling very early on. See how long they stick with him. He is not hitting his spots. The 3-1 pitch. 98 miles an hour, just got the outer seam. Full count. Full count. Here's the pitch. Swing, pops it up. High. Over on the right-hand side. Drifting over into foul territory and out of play. It'll be a full count once again. Infield back into the right, the arm, double play depth, and Kirk is a double play candidate if you can get him to hit it on the ground. The payoff pitch, swing, fouls it back. He was going for the downs on that one. Looked like a four-seam fastball that just out of his reach. Might have chased one there. Probably too close to take for him. So a full count, first and second. Infield back into the left. Outfield straight away and deep. The payoff pitch from George Kirby. He winds and deals. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 down. Dalton Varsho, the batter, first pitch on the way, swing and a miss, slider down and in. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, the pitch on the way, swing, chops it through the hole, a diving stab attempt by the second baseman. Rivas could not get to it, and the game is tied. It's 1-1. Hard hit ball through the infield. No, Michael, like I've said several times before, we've had technical issues. Something I can't control, but I'm trying to. You wouldn't believe what I'm doing over here to try to make it work for you. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Ernie Clement, the batter. Game's tied 1-1. The first pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 98 miles an hour. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, chops it foul down the third baseline. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Kirby comes set. The game tied at 1 apiece. Bottom of the first. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep into center field. Drifting back. Making the catch at the warning track for a loud out number 3 is Julio down in the schoolyard. We'll be back in a flash. 1-1 your score. We're heading to the second inning.
All I'm saying is there are women all over the place that watch serial killer documentaries for fun and literally fall asleep to true crime murder podcasts because it helps them to relax.
Super marriage tip. In order to show your wife that you are great in remembering details, let her know when her hair reminds you of your ex-girlfriend. She will be shocked at your amazing memory.
During every player's career, there comes a time when you know that your services are no longer required, that you might be moving on, traded, sold, released, whatever it may be. And having been with 4 clubs, I picked up a few of these tips. I remember Gene Mauch doing things to me at Philadelphia. I'd be sitting there and he'd say, grab a bat and stop this rally. Send me up there without a bat and tell me to try for a walk. Look down at the third base coach for a sign and have him turn his back on you. But you know what? Things like that never bothered me. I've set records that will never be equaled. 90% I hope are never printed. 200 lifetime batting average in the major leagues, which tied me with another sports great, averaging 200 or better for a 10-year period. Don Carter, one of our top bowlers. In 1967, I set a major league record for pass balls, and I did that without playing every game. There was a game, as a matter of fact, during that year when Phil Niekro's brother and he were pitching against each other in Atlanta. Their parents were sitting right behind home plate. I saw their folks more that day than they did the whole weekend.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way. Bieber to Rosarena, down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Bender. Outside. Way outside. 1-1. 1-1 your score. Pitch down and in. Ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing! Fouls it back. 2-2. Two count. Rosarena batting just 190 on the ALCS. Pitch on the way. Swing. Rips it through the hole underneath the diving glove of Jimenez. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Rosarena and the Mariners. So 1 for 1 on the day. If you are keeping score, it means both of our clicks are halfway to clacking, both with the base hit. If y'all are new to what that means here, is the first pitch on the way up top. Misses high. To Suarez, it's 1-0. Be a combination of 2 bases or runs or RBIs. The 1-0. Suarez swing, rips it into center field. That's down for a base hit, and they'll go station to station, and the Mariners got something cooking. Early on, seems like they may have figured something out with Bieber. Not quite hitting his spots like he was the night before. So first and second, nobody out, top of the second. First pitch, drops a bunt. Good bunt by J.P. Crawford. Only place to go is to first base. Bieber fires a laser across the diamond right to Vladdy, and there's one away. But on the play, runners move from first and second to second and third, and there's only one out. So good old-fashioned baseball play there. That'll bring Rivas to the plate. Kicks and fires. First pitch on the way up top to Rivas. Called for a high strike. It's 0-1. Started him off with the four-seam versus the left-hander. Infield back into the right. They're willing to give up that run at third. The 0-1 swing. Saws it off foul. It's 0-2. I'm sure Bieber's not willing to give it up. They're not playing the defense in. Not wanting to open up the floodgates to a big inning. So an 0-2 count. 2 on, 1 out. Standing on deck is Victor Robles. Rivas just trying to make contact with the ball, get the ball in play. They're giving him a run if he can do that. The 0-2. Steps back into the box. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Big out there. And Victor Robles will come to the plate. He'll be kicking himself in the dugout on that at bat. You got to find a way to get the ball either to the outfielder or even a dribbler in the infield is going to score the run. Robles been on the shelf the last few days, batting 115 in the postseason. Kicks and fires, swing, chopper, back over towards Bieber. He should have it, and that'll get him out of the inning. 1-3 on the putout, and He avoids disaster. We'll be back in a flash. The Blue Jays grab the bats when we return.
I like it when people try to insult you by being like, you're not even that hot. Like, yeah, no dude. I'm mediocre looking, not completely clueless. You think if I was above average in appearance, I'd be this dope? No, rarely happens.
I can say that, there's been this news article about men that think that they could beat Serena Williams in tennis, right? That they think that they could actually score a point on her. And it's just not the case. She is stronger than that.
Both Serena and Venus lost to the 203rd ranked male tennis player, which they're phenoms for women. My experience, my husband, he swam at University of Kentucky as well. In terms of accolades and in terms of national ranking, I was a much better swimmer than him. He could kick my butt any day of the week.
We must protect women's sports at all costs. Armchair.
Baby, I just got one thing to say. If you see me and you know me on a professional level, mind your business here. I clocked out. What you seeing ain't got to do with you. Okay?
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Almost Good Beer. Remember, Ed's Almost Good Beer was brewed in God's country when God wasn't looking.
Hey, Braves Country! Braves Country is bringing you Braves Country Baseball. Braves Country comes to you every week. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and we'll be bringing you play-by-play, pitch-by-pitch of your Atlanta Braves. It's free to listen. Please like and subscribe. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Braves Country Baseball for the fans, by the fans.
Lopez, managing the Indians in the 50s, was going to come down the home stretch using just 3 pitchers. And someone told Stengel about this, and he said, well. He said, I heard it couldn't be done, but it don't always work. He came on the bench one day. There was a fellow named Bob Serve, big, powerful hitter. And Stengel came out of the clubhouse and sat down, and Serve was sitting about 10 feet away from him, just looking out at the field. And Stengel looked over at him and said, there's not many people that know this, but one of us has been traded to Kansas City.
Welcome back in. It's 1-1. You do wonder if Mariners going to be kicking themselves down the road. They had a golden opportunity last inning. We know this Blue Jay offense can put some runs on the board, and Kirby has really struggled in that first inning to find his spots. And Addison Barger, who slammed one out of here last night, stands at the plate. The first pitch on the way is a bender. Just below the knees, it's 1-0. We'll come into the closer to home plate as we start the at-bat, the 1-0. Right there, bangs a slider. 1-1 count. Swing, chops it down the first base line, just foul. Man, that was close. Thought he was going to sneak that one in. So 1-2 as Barger stands out of the box. Good to see some of the latecomers tonight, Michael and Notice Underwater earlier. Underwater, your quarterback had a heck of a second half. I don't think we saw you in here last night as the 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. That was a battle of 2 guys that are going to be running the league for a long time. Jackson Dart and Bo Nix. The 2-2. Swing, chopper up the middle. Should be an easy 6-3. Crawford over to Naylor. It is. 1 down. Good to see you, Brandon. World Series begins Friday night. We'll have the call here. Starts, they're saying 8 p.m., but it's usually a few minutes after that. but somewhere around that neighborhood. We'll come on the air 7:30 to get you warmed up so you can say all your hellos to everybody. Kind of chat the game away. IKF comes to the plate. Right-hander takes the 98-mile-an-hour fastball up top for a strike. No, he called that a ball. Okay, it's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it over there to first base. Diving snag, or leaning snag. He didn't quite dive. He had to go over there to his right side. Hard hit ball. L3 in your scorecard, 2 down. Josh Naylor with a good play over there. You know, there's been some bad defense on this Seattle ball club the last few nights. First pitch on the way to Jimenez is swung on in, and that ball is going to get dribbled over towards short. Trying to make a wide throw over there is J.P. Crawford, nowhere near, and Naylor has to chase the ball down. Looks like it stayed in play, so Jimenez will be at first, but there are 2 out. That was nowhere near it. Oh, he did end up corralling it. He went out of view, and the way he took off running, I thought he missed the ball completely. Sinker misses high. George Springer to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Back to the top of the order, Springer. Walked his first time up. Standing on deck is Lukes. Vladdy in the hole. 2 outs, 1 on. Kirby kicks and fires inside, nowhere near it. Ball 2, 2-0. 2-0 count. Really seems like these last 2 starts, Kirby has struggled when a man has gotten on, so out of the set position. Is the 2-0. Swing, chops it over to third. Suarez takes his time, flips it to first, and that'll end the inning. Seattle will grab the bats when we return. Mariners 1, Blue Jays 1. Game number 7.
Look here, you ain't a snack if everybody's had a bite. You a free sample.
Darling, correct me if I'm wrong, but at some point in your life, perhaps when you were a child, someone took you aside and said, you are important. You have something important to say. People are dying. They're clamoring to hear your opinion. Did that happen, darling? Well, if so, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they lied to you. Nobody cares. Your opinion is worthless. It's trash. Keep it to yourself.
With people like Necro, and this was another thing that I found the easy way out to catch a knuckleball, was to wait until it stopped rolling and then just pick it up. There were a lot of things that aggravated me too. My family is here today, my boys, my girls, my kids used to do things that aggravate me too. I'd take them to a game and they'd want to come home with a different player. You know, people have asked me a lot of times, because I didn't hit a lot, we all know that, how long a dozen bats would last me. Depending on the weight and the model I was using at that particular time, I would say 8 to 10 cookout. But there are, again, as I said, tips that you pick up when the Braves were going to release me. It's a tough time for a manager, for your family, for the player, to be told that you're never going to play the game again. And I can remember walking in the clubhouse that day, and Luman Harris, who was the Braves manager, came up to me and said there were no visitors allowed. So again, I knew I might be moving on. But that's when the baseball career started as a broadcaster. I remember working first with Milo Hamilton and Ernie Johnson, and I was all fired up about that too, until I found out that my portion of the broadcast was being used to jam Radio Free Europe. And I picked up a microphone one day and my mic had no cord on it, so I was talking to nobody.
Welcome back. One to one your score. The first pitch on the way is swung on and chopped off the instep of Rodriguez. It's 0-1. It's like they're taking a look at his ankle. Trainer and the skipper Wilson go out there to take a look at him real quick, but he appears to be okay. Righty-righty matchup, 1-1 your score. Julio Rodriguez, top of the order, followed by Cal Raleigh and Naylor. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Julio. Pitch down and away. Did he go around? They checked down the first base line. He did not, said first base umpire Doug Eddings. You could go either way on that. Really depends on who you're a fan of. That was close. The 1-2. Down and away. You had to leave it up the count. 2-2. 2-2 count. Nobody out, top of the third inning. Bieber kicks and fires. Swing, chops it over to third. Deep into the hole. The throw by Clement is, are they going to say that? I think they're calling that a foul ball. Julio led up and so did the defense. So he'll head back to first. Really close play over there, but I think they got it right. Julio Rodriguez taking his time getting back to the home plate. I still they're gonna have to keep an eye on that with his whatever that foul ball hit his knee or his instep, because he seems to be walking a little gingerly. The 2-2 swing, chops it towards the dugout. We'll do it again. 2-2 count. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way. Swing. That ball is lifted. Out to deep left field, going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong. A solo shot. How far did it fly? 423 feet. And the Mariners take the lead 2-1. Wow, got all of that one. It was a hanging slider. He clobbered that into the left center field seats. Showing the replay of that ball that hit him in the instep, it looked like it got him right on the ankle, the left foot. left ankle on the inner cut. He cleared that fence by plenty. Cal Raleigh, your batter. He swings at the first pitch and dribbles it over towards first base. Vladdy's on it. He'll make the play. 2 down. First pitch on the way to Polanco is right there for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Change-up misses. Down, ball 2, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Change up right there for a strike. It's 2-1. Righty lefty matchup 2-1 your score. The 2-1. Polanco digging in. Pitch on the way. Swing, fouls it down the first base line. 2-2. The 2-2. Infield back and to the right. Kicks and fires. Changeup misses. 3-2. The 3-2 swung on. Slider fouled back. We'll do it again. So full count. Mariners lead it 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing. Dribbles it over to the right side of the infield. Making a diving attempt but can't get to it. It's going to be a 2-out single for the Mariners. Hard hit ball through the hole. That'll bring Randy Arozarena to the plate. Arozarena 1-for-1 with a single to center his first time up. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. It's 0-1. The 0-1 misses high and out of the zone. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Slider, 1-2. Slider up top. For strike number 2, runner at first. The 1-2. Down and away. 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Arozarena, dig it in. The pitch on the way. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning, but not before Seattle puts one on the board. We'll be back in a flash. 2-1 your score. Game number 7.
Mariners, I f***ing hate foreigners. It's such bull. Like they don't know how to tip. Oh, they know. Oh, yeah, they can know.
I don't know why you have to get dressed before me.
Leave me alone.
You know good and well that
I'm trying to enjoy my bacon and eggs.
you haven't got bacon and eggs.
You reckon?
Super marriage tip. When your wife makes a mistake, consistently remind her about it. She will be grateful for you for bringing it up on a consistent basis as a means to help her better herself.
But you know, of all the things that I've done, this has always been number one, baseball. The commercials, the films, the television series. I could never wait for everything to get over to get back to baseball. And to all of you baseball fans around America and any place else, for your letters, your thoughts, your kindness for all of these years. It's been a great run, but number one has always been baseball for me. No matter what else I ever did, baseball was the only way I wanted to go. I thank you very much for your attention today. Thank you for having me, and congratulations to everybody here. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Hey, I think you should diet.
What?
Just think it's time for you to diet.
Can you explain?
I mean, it'd probably boost your self-esteem. You'd probably feel a lot better.
Uh-huh.
I mean, most women at this point get tired of it.
Tired of what?
Tired of the blonde hair. I mean, aren't you ready for like brunette or even red? I like redheads. I mean, you've been talking about it.
Oh, I thought I was gonna murder you today.
I mean, you name it, it's gone out on me today. Even my backup rabbit ears. So that's what I've been diving around doing during the breaks. I think I've got it ready to roll because their website keeps crashing. And anyways, all I can tell you is I would not suggest the bundle from the Disney Fox folks because it has been an absolute disaster. If we didn't have the World Series to bring to you, I would have already canceled it today. Nathan Lukes is going to lead it off as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a sinker. This is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0 brings it inside. Another sinker. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Kicks and fires right there for a strike. Another sinker, 2-1. So he's gone sinker, sinker, sinker to start the at-bat. Infield back into the right. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. Changed it up a little bit. About the same speed, but just a little different movement. It's 2-2. It'll be Lukes, Vladdy, and Kurt coming to the plate. The 2-2, fouled back out of play. We'll do it again. The 2-1, or 2-2, excuse me. Kicks and fires. Swing, fist that back foul. We'll do it one more time. Pitch on the way. And the 2-2. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike three. One down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming to the plate. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch swinging, pops it up, high in the sky, running over, making the running catch is Rivas for a quick out number 2. That'll bring Alejandro Kirk, who struck out his last time up. First pitch on the way is up top, swing and a miss for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-righty matchup, 2 down. 2-1 your score. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Pitch, outside edge, misses, 1-2. 1-2 to Kirk. Kirby, by the way, at 47 pitches. The 1-2. Swing! That ball's hammered over towards short. It's going to be an L6 in your scorecard. He scooped it before he could get the carpet. Good play, J.P. Crawford. That'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 2-1 Mariners. They'll grab the bats when we return.
People ask me why I don't want any more kids. They ask me, which one was the hardest one? Which one was it? My mother-in-law's kid was the hardest one.
Can minimalism just die already? I'm trying to buy a computer desk, and I'm not a 70-year-old divorce attorney or the judge from my cousin Vinny, so my only other options are a piece of wood with 2 pin legs. And this is every piece of furniture made these days. What happened to storage? I got to hide. I got skeletons in these closets. Doesn't anyone else miss when furniture could cover up how chaotic your life was? One of the greatest presidents in United States history was able to hide the fact that he was in a wheelchair thanks to the back of a desk. Not to mention all the other great things presidents were able to achieve thanks to not being able to see what was behind a desk.
Super marriage tip. When your wife is angry and starts to raise her voice at you, just tell her to calm down. She will come to her senses, realize she should not be angry, and calm right down.
In baseball, you can't always explain why you feel the way you do about certain players.
From the New York Yankees, number 23, Don Mattingly.
I think it's probably very hard to think of baseball in the 1980s where he isn't the face of it.
He's as good a player as I have ever seen in my career. Anytime Donnie get to the plate, the pitchers were like, oh, God, not him again.
You saw a person who turned himself into as great a first baseman as there was in that era.
Well, one of the reasons I won 2 Gold Gloves in New York was because of Don Mattingly.
That's why he is a Gold Glove first baseman.
We just called him Donnie Baseball because he was what baseball personified. The way he carried himself, the way he comported himself.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
It just seemed perfect. I mean, the whole package, the eye black.
Players suck. They're entitled.
Well, I'm feeling quite well rested. Some might say I slept like a baby.
Welcome back. Two to one your score. Leading off for the Mariners here in the top of the 4th. It'll be Suarez, Crawford, and Rivas. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is inside for a Ball misses. 1-0. Fouled that up on the 1-0. 2-0. 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss up top. 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Suarez will step out of the box. Two, swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. J.P. Crawford, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0, the 1-0. Bieber, 60 pitches in. Kicks and fires. Right there on the outer edge. Called for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1. Hit the bottom of the zone but did not get the call. Ball 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Mariners 2, Toronto 1. The 2-2. Brings it. Kicks and fires. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. Standing on deck is Rivas. If anybody reaches, it'll be the number 9 hitter, Robles. Seattle leads it 2-1. The 2-2. In the dirt. 3-2. So a full count now. The payoff pitch. Swing. Drops it over towards left field. If that's fair, it's going to be trouble. That ball gets into the corner, and here comes Crawford. He'll pull into second base, and it's a 1-out double for the Mariners. Hard hit ball into the corner. Kind of disappears with the cameras the way they're set up here at the Rogers Center, but it was a fair ball by about, we'll call it 4 feet, maybe 5 feet, bounced up against the wall. And Bieber set to face Rivas. The first pitch on the way to Rivas is outside for a changeup, called for a ball out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. 1-0. Drops it in there. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Rivas steps out of the box for the second. The 1-2. Bieber looks in. Looks back the runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the nasty sinker right there. It is his 5th strikeout of the game. Went down and in on him, just kind of pulled the string on that one. First pitch on the way to Victor Robles. He swings out of his shoes at a pitch well out of the zone. It's 0-1. Robles batting 111 in the postseason. The 0-1 just misses outside. 1-0. One count. Pitch misses, ball 2-2. The 2-1. Bieber continues to look back at the runner. Here comes the throw over to second base. Back in time, plenty of time, J.P. Crawford. 2-1 your score, top of the 4th. The 2-1 pitch. Drops it. Just below the knees, ball 3, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Schneider, by the way, is up the top of the steps. I don't know if that means he's going to come get him or if he's just trying to get a better look. But a 3-1 count. Julio Rodriguez stands on deck. Here's the pitch. High and out of the zone. Ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. First and second, 2 outs. Schneider will go out there and talk to him real quick. I think that might be it. It is. No real room for error when you're talking about a Game 7, so Schneider's going to go grab him. We'll introduce the reliever when he comes in. It's 2-1 Mariners, game number 7 in Toronto. On this date, 1926, Philadelphia Athletics outfielder Al Simmons establishes an American League record by playing 394 consecutive games to start a career. Hideki Matsui, who will begin in 518 straight games after signing as a Japanese free agent with the New York Yankees, will surpass the Hall of Famers mark in 2005. On this date, 1944, the American and National League Joint Rules Committee outlawed the spitball, the shine ball, and the emery ball. 17 pitchers are allowed to keep throwing the banned pitches until they retire, including Burleigh Grimes, who will be the last player to throw the doctored pitch legally. And on this date in 1958, Detroit Tiger right-hander Jim Bunning no-hits the Red Sox 3-0. He becomes the first modern-day pitcher to toss hitless games in both leagues when he throws a perfect game against the Mets in 1964. Bob Murphy will be behind the microphone for each of the future Hall of Famers and U.S. Senators' gems. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back. Julio Rodriguez is coming to the bump. It's going to be Louis Varland again, the hard-throwing right-hander. Try to put out the fire. Runners on first and second. There are 2 out. Varland has pitched quite a bit of innings here recently. They go to him with the game on the line, the first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at the nasty slider off the plate. Knuckle curve. It's 0-1. That pitch dove out at the very last second. The 0-1. First and second, so you've got to force at all three corners or all three bases. Garland looks in, the 0-1. Down and away. This time he takes it. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing. Chops it over towards third. Clement's got it. Flips it to first. Just gets Julio in time. He was busting it down the line. That was a lot closer than I expected. Seattle threatens but fails to come up with anything. It's 2-1. Toronto grabs the bats when we return.
I got some green paint and I found a snake. Great. Why? You know, the snakes, because I don't remember where we landed on St. Patty, but I remember snakes were involved. And the green paint's for the beer.
Okay, love the snake. But why not just use food coloring for the beer?
Because beer's not a food. When was the last time you ate a beer?
When was the last time you drank paint? Have you been drinking paint?
No.
Let me see your tongue. Oh my God, dude! You can't drink paint.
I know. I hear you.
You say that, but I don't think that you're gonna stop.
I get it though, man. That's right.
I feel like you're saying you get it, but you don't get it.
It's cool.
It's not cool.
In year 2, in March of '73, you end up in the Final Four. I mean, year 2 in the Final Four, and you face the great UCLA Bruins and John Wooden.
Well, I've never been a Wooden fan, you know.
Now, that's like almost heresy.
And not to me, it isn't. You know, Wooden had a guy named Sam Gilbert. And
he kind of did the dirty work.
Not kinda.
Okay.
Sam Gilbert was the #1 recruiter for UCLA. But from then on, I don't respect Wooden because he allowed Sam Gilbert to do whatever it took to recruit kids. And one time he told me, he said, I just didn't know how to deal with Sam Gilbert. And I'm saying to myself, well, I damn sure should have dealt with him.
I think he was the perfect face of the Yankees at the time. He was the captain of the Yankees, and you could just sense that even opponents respected him.
He was as good as there was. He was the captain of the team. I mean, he had to set the example. He was the guy that everybody looked up to.
Everything he did in his career, he was exemplary of how to be a Yankee. You had no choice but just to kind of look up, to him and trying to emulate what he was doing.
It wasn't about Donnie. It was about the team. Donnie didn't want to jump out to the forefront of all the limelight.
He gives you that impression that he's here to work. He rolls his sleeves up. He doesn't want to shortcut anything. It's blue collar. He never lost the Midwest.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Two to 1 your score. As we head to the Blue Jays side of it, it'll be Dalton Varsho, Clement, and then Barger leading it off as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Kirby is back out there on the bump, starting the inning. 48 pitches. First pitch on the way is right there on the outer cut. Slider for a strike. It's on 1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Right there on inside. 1-1. It's gone slider sinker to start it off. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss upstairs at the 4-seam fastball. It's 1-2. It's bad enough that everything keeps crashing. Then you got dopey Ken Rosenthal's got to stick his mug in. Keep it on the game, son. Keep it on the game. The 1-2. Up top, just misses high. Four-seam fastball, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing, bangs it down the first base line. We'll do it again. Two to one your score. George Kirby digs in, swing, bangs that one down the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him with the high heat. One down. That is strikeout number 3 for Kirby. This Toronto Blue Jays team, they do not strike out a lot. First pitch down and away to Ernie Clement, who's 0 for 1 on the night. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. 97 mile an hour. 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Right there, sinker, 97 miles an hour. Got the outer edge down and away, 2-1. Ernie Clement at the plate, Barger on deck. If anybody reaches, IKF. The 2-1. Misses with that sinker outside, ball 3, 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Very shallow right field. Can of corn. Who wants it? Rivas drifts over. F4 in your scorecard. 2 down. I do apologize that I can't see most of y'all's comments except when I go to breaks now, because I've given up on all and I'm calling it from the phone. Righty-lefty matchup as Barger comes to the plate, 98 miles an hour. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Right there, just misses inside. 98 mile an hour four-seamer. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Kirby kicks and swings. Bender inside, it's 1-2. Barger hit that mammoth home run last night to make it 4-0. The 1-2 from Kirby. Inside. 2-2. Any chance of getting that called third strike went out the window when Cal dropped the ball. Didn't look like it was close to hitting the zone anyways. The 2-2. Swing, rips it through the hole, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So, the Toronto Blue Jays get a base hit. It's a worm burner just past the outstretched glove of Rivas. Man, that ball was smoked. And on this artificial turf, you really don't have a chance. IKF, the batter, righty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging, ripped up the hole, but right at Rivas. He'll step on the pillow at second, and that'll end the inning. Think he thought there was one out. He was turning a double play just in case, but not needed. We'll be back in a flash. We go to the top of the fifth. Cal Raleigh, Naylor, and Polanco are coming to the dish.
So how do you know when a woman's about to say something smart?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
When she starts by saying, "A man once told me."
Yep.
Haha, how many men does it take to open a beer?
None. It should already be open when you bring it to me.
Bro, you gotta talk to me.
I'm not talking to you anymore this morning. It's already started. You started. It's Monday morning. I'm done with you.
You know he's not real.
He is.
He's not real.
How is he not real? Everyone has seen him.
They seen a big hairy man?
Sasquatch is real. I'm going to be the first one to prove it. I'm telling you now, everyone's seen him. People just can't catch him. And you know what? You're just sitting there going, oh, he's not real, because no one's ever found the body. You know why?
Why?
They don't die.
What do they sound like, do you know?
I don't know. I didn't know what they sound like, but I haven't met one in person yet. But I'm going to be the first one to catch him.
Mattingly was picked by the New York Yankees in the 19th round of the 1979 draft, the 493rd player selected. But he'd quickly establish himself as a prospect in the minors, even if some teammates doubted he had a real future in the game.
Donnie wasn't one of those wow guys when you first saw him. He was a gangly, kind of long-necked guy that kept the bat in the zone a long time, and I kept looking at him and I said, this is that guy they're talking about. Didn't run particularly well, but was a great base runner. I had an average arm at best from the outfield, but could really throw at first base. And then the more you're around him, the more you go, yeah, I see what they're talking about. He was relentless in his pursuit of being as good as he's capable of being. In a lot of ways, he did a lot for my career because, I played 7 or 8 years and I went, okay, he's going to play first base for the Yankees or left field. We were both playing both. And I said, I'm not. So I got to find something else to do. So thanks, Donnie, for I get on with my career.
I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this pain and suffering and hurt that this team has bestowed upon me for 28. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this hurt. I don't.
Welcome back. I think every fan can relate to that clip. I don't deserve this. Doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. Unless you're a bandwagon fan, if you've been with one team for a long time, you've thought that at one point. We go to the top of the 5th, and Louis Varland goes back to work. First pitch on the way to Cal Raleigh. It's a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Swung on, and that ball is belted deep. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma ding-dong. A solo shot, and the big dumper just went yard. A hanger, a banger. We apologize, we got a little bit out in front of that. We loaded up a new feed, and for whatever reason, it was well in front instead of well behind. I think I just timed it up. I didn't realize till I looked up that he was still at bat. But a 380-foot blast, and it's 102 mile an hour off the bat, and the Mariners take a 2-run lead. Cal Raleigh into the dugout, getting the high fives. First pitch swinging by Josh Naylor is into center field, but that's going to be an F8 in your scorecard. Hard hit ball, but right at Varsho. One away. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Polanco. A swing and a miss. Might have gotten a piece of it. It's 0-1. No 1 count. Varsho. Or Varland. Quickly back to work right there at the knees. Changeup misses, 1-1. The 1-1. As Polanco steps out, gets his time out. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Bangs it on the ground over to first. And that'll be a G3 in your scorecard as Vladdy steps on the bag, 2 down. One in and 2 down, and that'll bring Randy Arozarena to the plate. He takes the first pitch upstairs. They said he went around on the slider out of the zone. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss up top. Another slider. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Chops it foul down towards the third base dugout. Do it one more time. 3-1 your score just moments ago. Raleigh hitting a solo shot has given Seattle a 2-run lead. The 0-2 swing, pops it up. Can of corn high in the sky. Drifting over there is IKF, F4 in your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Mariners put one more on the board. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Seattle. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for Toronto. It's 3-1. Cal Raleigh goes bonzo. We go to the bottom of the 5th.
Telling me to shut up because I have to concentrate what in the hell I'm doing.
I can't hear you.
Well, bull.
You have to talk loud.
Why did I move to Los Angeles? That's an excellent question, darling, and I'm going to hit you with the cold hard truth. The fact of the matter is, I simply couldn't cut it in Ohio. Yes, that's right, darling. Everyone knows that thousands upon thousands flock every year to Ohio to pursue their dreams of becoming a big star. And unfortunately, I just couldn't cut the mustard. Yes, I could have purchased a 5-bedroom home on acres of land for $1.75, but no, I would prefer to spend an obscene amount of money on an apartment with popcorn ceilings. That's what I really love, darling, and I also really love sitting in traffic for hours at a time just to go 1.5 miles. That's the dream. I've had to let Ohio go. But if one day Ohio called, I'm not going to lie, darling, I'd be on the next flight out. They do have flights to Ohio, right? I'm pretty sure they do. Electricity? Sure, why not? Ohio, all the way.
Mattingly's talent and his tireless work ethic continued to lift his stock. And in the spring of 1982, he was invited to his first big league training camp. He was 20 years old.
Going to camp, I remember, I knew I wasn't making that team. I hadn't even played in AAA yet. But at the end of that year, I got called up. New York just kind of scared me. Coming from here, pulling into the stadium and living in that area, it was a big city. And so that part I was never really comfortable with. But I always felt like the field I was comfortable with.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good night, except these creeps that keep trying to get your information with the spam bots. Appreciate all the mods grabbing it. We go behind and delete them forever, block them forever, but somehow they still come popping up. I don't know how the hell it happens, but word to the wise, don't click on that nonsense. All they're doing is trying to get your information, and the next thing you know. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Brian Wu coming out of the bullpen. He's got to get traded to Atlanta one day. I just want to be able to go, Woo! First pitch on the way from Wu is down and in. It's 1-0. Jimenez, the batter, number 9 hitter. He's cracked a couple home runs in this series. And after him, it'll be Springer, Lukes, and Vladdy to follow if anybody gets on. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. I swear to you, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. bats every inning. I don't know how it happens, but every time I look up, he is either on deck, in the hole, or due up if anybody gets on. The 2-0 count. Inside, 3-0. One thing's for sure, we're going to try to carry a lot of Toronto and Seattle games next year. This has been a lot of fun with everybody in the chat. And we're doing the double headers more next year than we've ever done. Planning on doing multiple double headers every week, anywhere between 2 to 3. As the 3-0 right there at the knees, 3-1. These are fun teams to watch with all they've got good offense, home run hitters, but they also have good pitching. The 3-1 count brings it inside. He did not go around ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And the Blue Jays got something going. What are you asking, as was Max? So that what is all about? I think you might have missed a word or something here. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat, but it's been difficult with the apps crashing. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. I even have rabbit ears that I had to redo its second rabbit ear because the first one lost the entire feed. I don't know what the hell happened. Bird sat somewhere it shouldn't be sitting, so I was doing that between the breaks, but it's so far ahead, I try not to look at that screen. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. It's off into the corner, but at least it's a fairly clear picture if I do lose. These apps have crashed all night long, and they didn't work. You couldn't even bring one up for 6-7 hours today. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Springer chased one off the plate, one away. That'll bring Nathan Lukes to the plate. He's 0 for 2, batting .324 in the series. Righty-lefty matchup, runner at first. Jimenez with good speed. The first pitch on the way. Swing, chops it foul. It's 0-1. Can't imagine Schneider would want to run them out of the inning. But it would be tempting to get something going. You run yourself out of the inning with Vladdy on deck, it seems kind of pointless. The 0-1. Misses high and out of the zone, 1 away. So a 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Chopper up the middle, and JP's going to step on second, leap over the runner, fire it to first, and it's a 6-3 putout. Nifty double play by the Crawdaddy. We'll be back in a flash. Seattle leads it 3-1. We go to the top of the 6th here in Toronto.
What the hell did you do? In my defense, you left me unsupervised. You're a grown-ass adult, and you left me unsupervised.
Now 2 outs and 0 on. The Mets are waving their outfielders in. The whole Met team waving their outfielders in. Here's Rick Camp with a game on the line. 2 outs and 0 on base.
Well, they could go to another pitcher, but in 18 innings, they've used just about everybody.
It'll be an 0-2 pitch. And he is at the deep left. Heat goes back. It is gone. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Rick Kemp! Rick Kemp! I don't believe it!
Kemp makes it 11-11, his first Major League homer.
I'm Wilford Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about diabetes. Diabetes.
You shut up! You shut up! I'm so scared right now, you shut up! Are you doing this? No, I'm doing this. You shut up!
I tell you what Casey had that a lot of people don't tell you about. He had the knack of taking that ball out of a pitcher's hand. And that means a Whitey Ford. That means anybody and giving that ball to another, because I tell you about pitchers. Pitchers will talk you out of it. You know, you go out to take that ball, oh, Skip, let me pitch to this guy. When Casey walked to the mound, you gone.
Welcome back. Dev, I've been saying that all night long. I've had some issues, let me tell you. It hasn't been internet related. It's been the people that bring us related. The people that bring us the game. That's why I really wish MLB would take control of the whole thing, because their app works better than all the others. First pitch on the way as Sir Anthony Dominguez comes into the game. Eugenio Suarez takes the first pitch up high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Swing, pops it up. High, not very deep, running in. Making the running catch out there in left field is Nathan Lukes. One away. One thing is for sure, if they can keep these nucleuses together, I think these two teams are going to be in this same kind of spot for years to come. You got to like the core on both of these teams. As J.P. Crawford swings at the first pitch, smokes it off the second baseman, backhanded by IKF. Had to run and grab it and flip it to first. 4-3 put out, 2 down. That ball was scalded. It's a small miracle that thing didn't get to the outfield the way it jumped up towards his glove and he couldn't corral it. But luckily for him, it kicked forward and not very far. Rivas Las Vegas takes the first pitch outside wide, strike looking on a sinker, 98 miles an hour. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. Michael, I don't know why that makes me laugh when I see crud, because you just don't hear that word much anymore, man. I don't think I've heard that word since like I was a little kid. The 1-1 count. Up top, 97 miles an hour. Did he go around? He didn't, but the ball was right there in the zone, but it is 2-1. So a 2-1 count. ABS system will be into play next year. Guys like Quinn Walcott's going to have to tighten things up. The 2-1 pops it up in between home and third, and F5 in your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. Good job by Sir Anthony Dominguez. Mariners go down. 1-2-3. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is coming to the plate when we return.
this, man. You hung up on some clown from the 60s, man.
Hey.
Hey.
What's your name?
Joe. John.
What is it?
Joe John.
Name's Joe John.
Johnston, Joe.
You want to tell me what happened here?
There's a fire. I don't know. I came by and was checking out the fire.
Well, that lady, she said that you two were in the building when the fire started.
Yeah, she's a liar, because I don't know her. So whatever she says is a lie, so...
Okay, so you're saying you weren't in the building with that woman?
No, not I. All right, she started it, all right? Because she was like, I hate my job. I'm going to burn this mother down. And I said, you better not. You better not.
She said it was an electrical fire.
It was. It was a total electrical fire.
At first base is young Don Mattingly.
When you have a new kid, you try to tell him everything that you need to tell him to be aware of. And one thing that I forgot to tell him was, I know you're a good fielder, but so am I. Guy bunts, and I ran over down to the first base line, getting ready to field it. When I hear this, I got it. So I got to jump it out of the way.
What a play by Mattingly. I thought Goodry was the only one who had a chance, Bill, on that.
And I went over to him and I told him, I said, the next time you call me off a bunt, I'm going to say your butt's going to be back on that plane as fast as you got here. So the very next inning, the leadoff guy gets on, and I know he's going to bunt. So when I stepped on the mound, I heard this little whistle. When I turned around, he was by first base, and he was, where you want me? I said, you stay right there. I gained so much respect for him because he was playing behind me. He wasn't playing by himself. And that showed me a lot about his character.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back.
For about 70 cents, you can buy a can of soda, regular or diet. For about 70 cents, you can also buy a cup of coffee. For about 70 cents, you can buy a pack of gum, plain or sugarless. For
10 cents a day.
You can buy
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio. Three to 1 your score. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Toronto Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming to the plate, and everybody stands up. First pitch on the way. Down and in. Sinker misses. It's 1-0. Thank you to everybody out there in Radio Land and those here in the chat that have come in and smashed the like button on the radio contest they have going on. The 1-0. Up top. High strike. Top corner. 1-1. 1-1 count. Being told we are being heard in is the 1-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Heard in 5 different countries tonight on Braves Country Radio with the ALCS Game 7. One-two count. Brian Wu brings it outside wide. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 2 on the night. The 2-2. Swing, chops it down the third base line. We'll do it again. Wu came on last inning, sitting at just 16 pitches. He's normally a starter, so you can figure he can go multiple innings if needed. The 2-2. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. The way they have the bullpen lined up, you would think he's trying to be the bridge to the very back of it. Because if he keeps cruising, throw everything out the window, Miller might go with him. The 2-2. Swing, rattles that foul into the upper deck. We'll do it again. 2-2 count. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Swing! Chops it down into the third base dugout. We'll do it again. Long at bat here. Vladdy making him work if nothing else. This will be pitch number 9. The 2-2. Guerrero digging in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase one off the plate. 1 down. Just kept going and going and going out further and further, and finally he was able to wear him down. Good at bat there by Vladdy, though. Went away. Alejandro Kirk, Captain Kirk, coming to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch to Kirk. Check swing inside. He said that did not hit the zone. It's 1-0. Very close to the zone. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing. Rifles it. Over the first base dugout foul. It's 1-1. One count. Wu comes set. Here's the pitch. Down and away. 2-1. The 2-1. Swing, lifts it into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit just in front of Julio Rodriguez. Alejandro Kirk rounds first base. He'll stop at first, and it's a 1-out single for the Blue Jays. One on, 1 out. Quick powwow on the mound. Cal Raleigh and company. Coming to the plate is Dalton Varsho. Runner at first, 1 out. The infield will be backing to the right. Outfield straight away and fairly deep. Try to prevent the extra bases. Looks like Spires warmed up in the pen, the left-hander. First pitch from Wu. To Varsho is down and in for a ball. Had to skip out of the way. It's 1-0. 1-0. Thought maybe he would bring in the left-hander here, but Wu's pitching pretty well, and Spire has been kind of a crapshoot. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it. High into right field. Drifting back, making the catch. 2 down. Ernie Clement, the batter. He's 0 for 2. He lined out to center and lined out to second last time up in the 4th inning. Righty to Clement. The runner at first. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball down and away. It's 1-0. 1 on, 2 outs. Clement representing the tying run. The 1-0. Chops it over towards short. It's going to be a 6-4 putout, and that'll end the inning. 3-1 your score. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Here in Toronto, Seattle 3, Blue Jays 1.
You may not be the girl of his dreams in the typical sense, but you can always be the feral swamp witch that haunts his dreams and sends him increasingly disturbing visions until he comes crawling on his knees, begging for mercy. Don't ever sell yourself short.
No, you don't drink. You're just acting. In fact, last night at the bar, he was acting so good they had to carry him to his room.
I just picked up a hitchhiker, and he seemed like a nice guy, and after a couple minutes, he said, "Aren't you worried that I might be a serial killer?" And I was like, no, the chances of two being in the same car.
Can we move the rubber back, pitching rubber back? How about just like a foot? How about 3 feet? How about that?
Have you ever thrown a ball 60 feet, 6 inches?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever hit the glove?
Yes, I have.
With a catcher squatting?
So every time. It's almost nothing.
Okay.
Your son would barely know.
No, that's not true. Right now there's a starting pitcher's $115 million on the IL right now.
So that was,
and relief pitchers, there's $48 million.
And so this is going to cause more?
Yes!
So it's happening now with the...
Because my instinct is if I'm standing here and now I have to stand here, there's going to be a little more of a...
All those guys you say are getting hurt with your pitching rubber 60 feet 6 inches. So maybe that's a problem.
Oh, okay. So let's move it back to second base. You move the mound back, the pitcher's rubber back. I don't care how much. There will be an increase in injury.
I woke up this morning and said, I was going to quit my job. But then I remembered I'm too fat to dance and too ugly to strip, so here I am.
Stengel used a system he had learned long before while playing for John McGraw, platooning. Left-handed hitters would often be benched against left-handed pitchers. Right-handed hitters went for weeks without facing a right-handed starter. He also relied heavily on relief pitching.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Heading to the top of the 7th. Fairly quick moving game considering what's on the line. Three to 1 your score, top of the 7th. Game 7, the winner heads to the World Series. Usually you see many more pitching changes, but the pitchers tonight have actually pitched pretty well after that first inning. As Kevin Gausman comes in for the Blue Jays, he fires about a 6-pitch mix nowadays. Righty-righty matchup. The first pitch on the way is down and into Robles. It's 1-0. Bring the screen in. I think we've gone behind the pitch around in a while. We'll do that. The 1-0. Swing fouls it away. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Robles 0 for 1 on the day. With a walk as the 1-1's down and away. Ball 2-2 and 1. Still batting just 111 on the year, but he's really there for his glove and a very good base runner. Here's the 2-1. Bang! P at the knees, 2-2. And you got to figure in a game like this where it's winner take all, the idea of having your best defensive right fielder out there is, even if he doesn't get a base hit, as the 2-2 swung on and slapped high and deep, but plenty foul into the upper deck. Even if he doesn't get a base hit, he could save a run here or there. I thought they may go that route if they got a lead, but they put him in the starting lineup. He has worked a walk. The 2-2. Fists it back, foul. We'll do it again. Top of the order on deck, Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh to follow. If anybody gets on, Josh Naylor. Mariners lead it 3-1, top of the 7th, game number 7. The winner goes to the World Series, the 2-2. Check swing, did he go around? He did not. Ball 3-2. And though the ultimate prize is obviously winning it all, this would be the Mariners' very first American League pennant, and that means something in baseball. It's not as celebrated as much in the other sports, but winning a pennant still means something. The payoff pitch, down below the knees, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, and Robles with good speed gets aboard to get it going. Julio Rodriguez stands in. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch. Bang! Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Four-seam fastball coming right down the pipe. The 0-1. Gausman rocking. Here's the throw. Swing. Rips it over to short. 6, 4, 3. Rally killing double play. Good defensive work there by the Blue Jays infield. And base runner White clean, and that'll bring Cal Raleigh to the plate, but Cal Raleigh will be coming to the plate. Well, he's actually going to get, looks like they're going to intentionally walk Cal Raleigh. So it'll be Josh Naylor coming to the plate. Still a left-handed power hitter, but they'll take his chances. Now, he's been batting .417 in this series. I believe that was Max Scherzer they showed warming up in the pen for the Blue Jays. Josh Naylor, righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a ball inside. It's 1-0. You can understand why they don't want any part of Cal, especially after he just hit a home run. But it is interesting. Maybe they don't do it with 2 outs. The 1-0. Down and in, ball 2-2. If there's 1 out or nobody out, they probably try to pitch to him or at least pitch around him. Surprised we haven't seen this more kind of treatment to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The 2-0. Down and away, ball 3-3. The 3-0 count. Outside wide, ball 4. So they automatically walk Cal, and now they walk another run into scoring position, and that's going to get a visit from the dugout. Though this is going to be Pete Walker, the pitching coach. It's funny, I saw a couple of talk shows talking about, if y'all remember when Max Scherzer pitched the other night, I told you he had shoved his coach in the dugout, and he actually did it a couple times. Did one before the game, and then another coach he shoved it when he got pulled. I didn't see that one. And the dorky broadcaster that was kind of hosting it, he was all about it, but the guys who played the game, they were not happy with that at all. And I have to side with the players, because you don't treat your elders like that, but you damn sure don't do it in the dugout trying to assert dominance. Polanco, the batter, righty-lefty. First pitch on the way is down and away. For a ball, it's 1-0. Gausman brings it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Strike called. When I say below the knees, I mean below the knees. That pitch, 3 inches below the knees. It's not showing up the way it did in real life. That was terrible. The 1-1, down below the knees. Same spot, actually a little north of there. This time he called it a ball. 2-1. It was just off to the other side of the plate. It was just a little higher, but that was a bad first strike call. The 2-1 count. Swing and a miss, splitter, 2-2. So Deuce is wild here in the top of the seventh. Seventh inning stretch is on the way. 2 on, 2 out. A 2-2 count. Mariners lead by 2. Blue Jay fans are at their feet. Gausman trying to keep them right here. Here's the 2-2. Rocking back and forth. Looks over his shoulder. He brings it. Swing, dribbles it over towards second, and that's going to be a 4-3 putout. IKF to Vladdy, and that'll end the inning. So crisis averted by the Blue Jays. They'll grab the sticks when we return. Get up and stretch. The 7th inning stretch. It's a cheese party here on the BCR. Welcome back. The count is 1-0. Addison Barger standing in. Had a technical issue. I think I got it fixed during the break. The 1-0. Swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 1-1. Hopefully all y'all can hear me correctly. I'm going to do a sound check on my end, but I had to fix something for the radio. 1-1 count. Barger the batter. Sounds like we're good to go over here. The 1-1. High and out of the zone. Ball 2, 2-1. 3-1 your score. Bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Barger, IKF, and Jimenez. Anybody gets on, George Springer. The 2-1 count. Right there at the knees, 2-2. Oh, I'm sorry. He did not call that a strike. It's 3-1. The 3-1 brings it inside. Ball 4. And Addison Barger will barge through the door and take first base, and it's the tying run coming to the plate now for the Toronto Blue Jays. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball on the outer cut. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chops it foul. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Runner at first, nobody out. Jimenez standing on deck. Wu comes set. The 0-2. Swing. Rips that through the hole. Diving attempt by J.P. Crawford, but to no avail, and it is a first and second no out situation for the Blue Jays. Tying run now at first, the go-ahead run coming to the plate. Let's see if they stick with Wu here. He's thrown 36 pitches. That one just drifted over and got way too much of the plate. And they were playing him to pull. If Crawford was playing a normal double play depth, it's actually going to be a fairly routine play. I don't think he turns two, but he gets the man at first. But instead, with the overshift, he could not get to it, and runners on first and second, nobody out. Andres Jimenez batting .263 in the series, or in the postseason, is coming to the plate. He's had some big home runs. Toronto Blue Jays, the most comeback wins of anybody in Major League Baseball, with 49, 48 by the Dodgers. Just below them are the Mariners. Probably no accident that they're the only three teams left. First pitch to Jimenez as he digs into the box. Righty-lefty matchup. Kicks and fires, shows bunt inside. It's 1-0. We'll go ahead and pull the screen back. So you can see what's going on the base paths. 1-0. Infield back into the right. 1-0, drops the bunt. Right in front of home plate. It'll roll out to Wu. He'll fire it to first. And there's one away, but on the play, both runners move up 90 feet, and the tying run is in scoring position at second base. And George Springer is the batter. Here comes Miller out of the pen. I believe we're going to get a pitching change. See who it is when we return. You've got the right-hander, a left-hander, and then Vladimir, the right-hander, coming on. We'll be back in a flash. 3-1 your score, and the Blue Jays are threatening to tie it up or take the lead.
You're the most beautiful, funny, loving girl I've ever met. you're perfect. But I want to see if I can try and find someone better.
Hey, Braves Country! Braves Country is bringing you Braves Country Baseball. Braves Country comes to you every week. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and we'll be bringing you play-by-play, pitch-by-pitch of your Atlanta Braves. It's free to listen. Please like and subscribe. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry. Braves Country Baseball for the fans, by the fans.
Well, I actually patterned my look after what they called the town tramp in my hometown when I was a little girl. I thought she was so beautiful, and everybody used to say, oh, she ain't nothing but trash. And I used to say, well, that's what I'm going to be when I grow up, trash.
The 4-year stretch that Craig Kimbrell had in Atlanta was the best we've ever seen a closer be. He had 4 years in a row where he got 46 saves, 52 saves, 50, and 47. He was top 5 in Cy Young in 2 of those years, top 10 in all 4 of those years, and in that 52 save year, he had a 1.01 ERA.
You guys make proclamations, you don't make predictions, you're pompous. That's why you guys...
Well, why are you listening?
Gabish?
Why are you listening?
I listen because I hate you guys.
If you grew up in an American League city in the 1950s, you basically hated the Yankees. This was Casey's juggernaut, which won 9 pennants in 11 years, 5 World Series in a row. There's never been dominance like it at any other time in the history of baseball. Some people criticized Stengel and said he was just a push-button manager, but he knew which buttons to push. So a wonderful thing that he had, in addition to the great stars like Mantle and Ford and Berra, he had an ability to pick up players who were seemingly at the ends of their careers, spare parts, Johnny Hopp, Enos Slaughter, players who he knew could perform one particular role, who could fit into this grand scheme that he had. God knows it worked.
Welcome back. It's going to be Bizzardo coming out of the pen, the right-hander. Righty-righty matchup. Base runners on second and third. And the first pitch inside is for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Infield back into the left. Bizzardo comes set. Pitch on the way. Swing! That ball is belted high and deep. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong. A 3-run shot. And that spring has sprung. George Springer with a 3-run dinger. And the Blue Jays have taken a 1-run lead. Wow! Bizzardo, who has been okay at best, that was the button that Wilson pushed. That's a strange one to me, but nonetheless, it's a 4-3 game and a brand new game here in the bottom of the 7th. 381 feet over the wall. As George Springer takes a curtain call coming out of the dugout. And Bizzardo has spit the bit. Comes out in his second pitch of the night. It's clocked over the wall. His ERA in the postseason is now 4.09, but remember, those 2 runs were not on him, but he still gave them up. Righty-lefty matchup. Nathan Luke's the batter. Still just 1 out in the first pitch. Swung on, fouled it back. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Blue Jays crowd is rocking now. Misses high and out of the zone, 1-0. So a 1-1 count, righty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way, swing, fouls it away. It's 1-2. Standing on deck is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Still just one out. The 1-2. Chops it over the head of the second baseman, Rivas, and that's going to be a one-out single, and the Blue Jays hit parade continues. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming to the plate. First pitch swinging. He smokes that into left field. Almost gets over the head of Randy Arozarena. He had to jump at the last minute, or that was going to go over his head. That ball was smoked 2 away. F7 in your scorecard. And Alejandro Kirk coming to the plate. So Bizardo may be a little rattled after giving up that home run. First pitch on the way to Kirk is a swing and a miss. Slider off the edge, it's 0-1. Bizardo and the Mariners trying to keep it a one-run game. Still have 2 offensive at-bats left. The 0-1 smacks the edge, 97 miles an hour. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Down and away, 1-2. If this score were to hold, the World Series begins Friday night here in Toronto. If the Mariners rally, we head to Los Angeles Friday. Either way, the Dodgers are waiting to either welcome in the Mariners or get on a plane and head north to face the Blue Jays. The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. That was George Springer's 9th go-ahead home run in his career. The 2-2. Right there for a strike, caught looking on the outer edge, and that'll end the inning. But not before Springer becomes the all-time leader in the clubhouse. 9 home runs to give his team the lead in the postseason, and he didn't even need a trash can this time. We'll be back in a flash.
When you have a pot.
Hey, rookie!
You were good.
For those of you who have seen Field of Dreams, and for those of you who haven't, I'm going to tell you the story of Moonlight Graham. Archibald Wright Moonlight Graham was born on November 12, 1876 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Some say he got his nickname because of his speed. Others say he got his nickname because he moonlighted at a second job in the off-season. He played minor league baseball for 6 seasons until he finally got his chance in the big leagues with the New York Giants in 1905. On June 29th, he would finally make it into a game against Brooklyn at Washington Park. Graham would replace right fielder George Brown at the end of the 8th inning. Unfortunately for Graham, he never got a chance to bat. In the top of the 9th, he would be left in the on-deck circle when Claude Elliott flied out for the 3rd out of the inning. He would play right field in the bottom half of the inning, but never recorded a putout or an assist. Soon after, he returned to the minors where he played until 1908. In 1908, he had to retire due to chronic respiratory problems. He never got another chance to play in the big leagues. In 1911, an American League scout found out he was playing semi-pro ball and asked him to join the Red Sox, but he declined the offer. After baseball, he became the Chisholm school doctor in Minnesota for over 50 years. Sometimes he would take the students out to the field where he would throw baseballs from home plate over the left field wall, a distance of 335 feet. In 1965, passed away at the age of 88.
Baseball sports are the streets and the lots in the old neighborhoods. We had to build the backstop. We had to build the mound. We had to put down the line. Actually, we had a saint of a man by the name of Joe Austin, a night manager in a brewery who was single, who had played semi-pro ball, and who was the godfather of baseball for this community. And he built the field, the players helping him. And we played there on weekends, had a very, very good team, even got uniforms after a while. And that's where I learned the game. And it was wonderful.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Randy Arozarena. Well, he'll give that bat away. It'll be an easy 5-3 put out. One pitch, one out. And the Blue Jays are 5 defensive outs away from heading to the World Series for the first time since 1993, where they beat the Philadelphia Phillies and a walk-off, Joe Carter and company. Chris Bassett is on the mound for the Blue Jays. Eugenio Suarez digs in. Open stance from the right side. First pitch is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Floats one inside. 1-1. Mariners trail by 1 swing, and obviously Suarez, who hit 49 home runs on the year and a grand slam the other night, can do just that. The 1-1. 94 outside, ball 2-2. You got a righty and a lefty warming up in the pen out there for the Blue Jays. You got to figure Suarez might be coming in for the Mariners in the 9th. The 2-1. Right there, smacks at the knees, 2-1. Two-1 count. Considering he has not pitched in a few days, I was a little surprised Munoz didn't get brought in that big spot as the 2-2 misses high. 3-2. Even if you don't think that he could have gone the full 9 yards, that's the biggest spot in the game. That's where you use your closer. The idea that you always wait till the 9th inning is an outdated theory. The payoff pitch, swung on, chopped foul. Do it again. Full count. Bassett getting a new ball. Payoff pitch from Bassett to Suarez. He brings it. Lifts high and inside. Strike 3. Suarez does not like it, and he's giving the what for to Quinn Walcott. Quinn Walcott takes it. He probably knows he missed that one. Bad call. I mean, that was inch or two inside, and it's the moment that you can't blow a call like that if you're an umpire. Quinn Walcott has always been one of our least favorite. That's kind of par for the course for him. That'll bring J.P. Crawford to the plate. I'm surprised Suarez stopped when he did. I thought he was about to get launched because he was giving it to him. The 1-0. Swing. Slaps it over to short, and that'll end the inning. 6-3 on the putout. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Bassett punches his glove, and we go to the bottom with Toronto leading 4-3.
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
And losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay.
Get it!
After everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time. Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission for God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Four to 3 your score. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm still amazed that Suarez ended up keeping his cool and not getting launched. He was right there on the line and probably thought to himself, I may be needed in this game. Dalton Varsho, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swung on. Slapped into right field. That's down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Blue Jays. Bringing Ernie Clement to the plate, who's 0 for 3. Righty-righty. Andres Munoz. Pitch on the way, showing bunt, chops it foul off his foot. It's on 1. Munoz comes in, but if you're the Seattle press, that's the first question I'm asking is, when the game was on the line, there's runners on first and second, and you're right there at the top of the order, why in the hell did you put Bizzardo in and not your closer Munoz? The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1. And you'd never think that a guy who got the Mariners this far would be in trouble with his job. But if anything was going to get you fired, it would be that kind of backwards thinking. As the four-seam fastball is right there. Smacks the outer edge. 1-2. Now you're bringing him in trailing, and closers, they just have a different mentality. They pitch much more on point when they have the lead. The 1-2. Slaps that through the hole on the overshift, and that'll get out to right field. And they'll have runners on first and third and nobody out. Clement, who's not really a pull hitter, they had him shifted all the way over. If you're in normal or even just shaded to pull, Rivas is going to have a chance at that ball. He's probably not turning two unless he's in double play depth in a traditional double play, but he's still going to get that first out. He had to come all the way from second base, and he just dribbled it through the hole, and with the first baseman holding the runner on, there was nobody over there. Barger takes the first pitch down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now really up against it because you got runners on the corners, nobody out, and the infield drifting in to try to prevent a 2-run lead. The 1-0 right down the pipe. It's 1-1. Barger standing at the plate. After that, it'll be IKF and Jimenez if they do not pinch hit. The 1-1, high and out of the zone, 98 miles an hour, 2-1. Remember, if Barger gets on, they'll most likely put Miles Straw in right field no matter what in the 9th inning, so he would pinch run for Barger. The 2-1. Swing, rips it over to first. Line drive. L3 in your scorecard. Just what the doctor ordered for the Mariners as Naylor steps on the bag, and it's a double play. Not a lot you can do there. That's just right place, right time. You can't blame Clement for that one at all. So IKF, the batter, first pitch, floats up top. It's 0-1. Still expect to see Straw to come in to play right field in the 9th inning, whether it's a 1-run lead or more. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Due up would be Rivas, Robles, and Julio Rodriguez. Cal Raleigh, if anybody gets on for the Mariners in the final frame. The 0-2. Outside, wide, 1-2. So 1-2 count. Munoz comes set. Brings it. Swing! That ball's hammered towards the left field side, but foul. We'll do it one more time. The 1-2. Leaning in and kicks and fires. Swing, that ball smacked up the middle, but right there is Rivas. He'll fire it over to first, and that'll end the inning. 4-3 put out and a bullet dodge, but the Blue Jays lead by 1. We go to the top of the 9th. It'll be Trevor Hoffman versus the bottom of the order, and then Julio Rodriguez. If anybody gets on, that man Cal Raleigh.
Order of ribs.
250.
250. So I guess that's about 50 cents a rib, huh?
Yeah, about.
Let me get one.
One order. One order ribs.
No. One rib. You got any soda?
$1.
Oh, come on now. Hey, check this out. Why don't you let me get a sip for 15 cents? Look the cup. Pour it in my hand for a dime. You got change for 100?
What have y'all done? What kind of world we live in where two make-believe characters can't even stay together no more? What was the problem, Mickey? Were you not bringing home enough cheese? Were you dipping your nose in somebody else's cheese? I'll tell you one thing, my son bet not find out about this. Do you know what it's going to do to his spirit when he find out two rats can't even stay together? He going to start questioning mommy and daddy's relationship. 95 years? I feel like my grandparents just broke up.
I'm just looking to get myself in the lineup somewhere. If I'm at first, right field, or left, it doesn't make much difference to me. Just the opportunity to get in the lineup satisfies me.
For a young Don Mattingly, finding an everyday spot in the 1983 Yankees lineup was an elusive pursuit. He was platooned all year long, splitting time between first base and the outfield. Then came 1984, and a mission to prove to his new manager he deserved a regular job.
Yogi's the manager, and I remember the first day he tells me, he goes, "You're going to be my swing man. You know, you come in there to play every day." I remember telling Yogi, I'm like, "Yogi, you get me in there, you're not going to be able to get me out."
He says, "One thing you may find out, once you get me in there, you may not get me out." And I like that attitude on that for the kid.
And he goes, "Oh, okay, kid." You know, he does that, his little thing, he pats you on the back. But I remember I was playing more outfield.
Now Mattingly makes the catch, throw to the plate. They got him! Holy cow! What a throw by Mattingly!
Welcome back. Fighting that technology bug that was going around at the beginning of this game, so we didn't get a chance to put it up in the chat, but throw it in the chat. We don't have a chance to put up a poll. Are you Blue Jays or are you Mariners? Put an S or an M in there or whatever. Or no, don't put a BJ in there. First pitch on the way from Trevor Hoffman, Jeff Hoffman. Four-seam fastball up top, fouls it down the line. It's 0-1. I couldn't believe I did that again. And if you hadn't said something, Iron, I would have not even realized I did it. Hoffman, Jeff Type, played his college ball at East Carolina. He was a first-round draft pick of these Toronto Blue Jays in 2014. Came back on a free agent deal during the offseason. The 0-1 misses down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. 95 inside, 1-2. Good pitch. Hoffman looking back. Started his career with Colorado, played with the Rockies till 2021 when he joined the Reds for 2 seasons, then to Philly for 2 years, and now back to Toronto. The 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Blue Jays fans standing, rooting on Hoffman, the 2-2, and the dirt ball 3-2. So a full count. On deck is Canzone. He's going to hit for Robles. The payoff pitch from Hoffman brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 95 miles an hour up in his kitchen. 1 away. One up, one down, and Dominic Canzone, Pizza Pockets, comes in for Victor Robles, righty-lefty matchup. Double-digit home runs on the year. First pitch on the way is outside wide. It's 1-0. Went with the splitter to start him off. The 1-0. Pops it up. Back behind home plate. Giving a look as Kirk. He chases back to the backstop and just out of play. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. World Series game number 1 right here on Braves Country Radio. We'll have all 7 games. It all begins Friday night. Blue Jays lead this 1-1. Game 7, the decider. The 1-1 pitch. High and out of the zone. Ball 2, 2-1. Went with the splitter once again. So he's gone splitter, four-seam, splitter. On deck is Julio Rodriguez. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Julio on deck. Cal Raleigh in the hole. The 2-2 from Hoffman. Blue Jay fans on their feet. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Mariners are down to their last out for 2025. Even with that being said, they've got the guy they want at the plate, Julio Rodriguez. A bloop and a blast, they take the lead with Cal Raleigh standing on deck. Hoffman would prefer to see Cal Raleigh in 2026. Julio Rodriguez, 2 for 4, a double, a solo shot, 3 home runs in the series. Can he make it number 4? First pitch on the way. High and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Inside ball 2, 2-0. Count. Raleigh on deck. Julio sitting dead red. The 2-0 swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Chase 1 out of the zone. The 2-1. Swing. Foul ball, slider. And now the Mariners are down to their final strike. A 2-2 count. Nobody on. 2 outs. Cal Raleigh, the home run champion, standing on deck. The 2-2. He brings it down and in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-2. And a full count. The payoff pitch. Hoffman comes set. And he brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blue Jays win. Blue Jays win. The Toronto Blue Jays win. Oh, Canada. Oh, baby. The home and native land is headed back to the Fall Classic for the first time in 32 years. Thanks to the bat of George Springer and the great bullpen work that kept the Blue Jays in the game. What a freaking series. It doesn't get any better than that. The Blue Jays win it 4-3. They win the game 4-3. And we'll see ya Friday night, game 1 of the World Series, baby. Game ball has to go to George Springer. He got the big home run. And he punches their ticket to the World Series for the first time since 1993. Go dance in the streets, Toronto. We'll see ya on Friday night. Seattle fans, y'all had a hell of a season. It's a shame anybody had to lose this series. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.